We know when it comes to live streams, you have to grab the attention of your audience in the first 3 seconds of your live stream before your audience decides if they're going to stay or if they're going to run in the opposite direction. So your introduction is the most important thing that you're going to do in your live stream, particularly for your replay audience, which means it really is important to put the effort into having a strong introduction every single time. Because if you're stumbling or you're flailing or you're at a loss for words, you will not be able to communicate properly and you're going to lose the vast majority of your audience, specifically your replay audience. So let me break down my best tip for getting the most effective introduction that you could possibly have during your live stream. And it comes down to practicing before you go live. And I'm not talking about huge, important, overwhelming practice. You don't have to spend a ton of time doing this. In fact, I don't waste any time practicing my introductions before I go live because I'm leveraging other time that I can use in multiple ways. So let's break this down for you. If you really need help or if you're brand new at doing this, it might be wise to start off by writing out your introduction, just 2 or 3 sentences about what you're going to say before you dive into the conversation. So you want to make sure that you are having this dialogue in your head, and writing it out is going to make you remember it better. And it's going to help you to be able to form your words properly. And it's going to make sure that you can reiterate it over and over and over again until it is part of what you are doing when you're jumping on your live stream. And of course, with your introduction, this is not something you're going to learn once and say for every single live stream. This is introducing them to the topic you're going to be discussing in that live stream. So just to clarify, your first couple of sentences, the very first couple of things that you're going to be saying, tells the audience what they're going to be hearing about. Whether it's educational or entertaining, they need to know what they're going to be seeing and why they should stick around. So those first couple of sentences can be structured similarly, but it's going to change each and every time because you're going to be discussing a different topic. So write out your first couple of sentences. Have it on a note on your phone. Put it on a note on your computer. Make sure that you're typing it in a Word doc, something, anything, so that it goes through your fingers and in your brain, and that kind of puts it into your mindset in a couple of different ways. Now, if you don't need to do that, that's okay. I don't have to write out the beginning of what I'm going to say, but I always make sure I track it in my mind and I know what I'm going to say, and I do it by practicing. So here's the deal. I do not waste time practicing my live stream intros. I am using other time to be doing this. So while I'm setting up for my live stream, I am practicing what I'm going to say. And that can look like a couple of different things depending on when I'm jumping into this live stream. If it's an early morning live stream, I am probably practicing while I'm doing my makeup and my hair. And I'm just saying the first couple of sentences over and over and over again. And I'm trying different words and different variations of it so that I see what feels best and what's going to hook people in the best. Because I'm doing it out loud, I am going to be able to hear it and I'm going to be able to feel what's going to work best for my audience, which means I can change it as I go. I can try different variations of it. Now, if it's not early morning, I'm going to do it while I'm setting things up. That could be getting my agenda notes and those bullet points in order. It could be setting up the room, refreshing the page, making sure everything is set. It could be while I'm adding the thumbnail or whatever it happens to be. It doesn't have to be long. It can just be a couple of minutes. It can be the duration of you walking into the other room and putting on the outfit you need for the live stream and coming back out and now you're ready to go. It can be longer, or it can be a shorter practice time. Whatever you need to make sure that you're building time into your schedule for that. But also don't waste that time. You're probably not going to sit and stare at your computer and just practice, practice, practice. You could and should be doing other things, because let's pay attention to this. When you're live streaming, you're doing other things. You're not just staring at the computer screen. You have to look at the comments. You have to hit the buttons. You're the one producing this show and hosting this show. So you're dealing with the start button and the countdown timer. You're going to be dealing with the graphics and the overlays and the backgrounds. So if you practice your opening lines while straightening your hair or while setting up the room, you're going to be more in that mindset of I can do 2 things at once and talk about the opening lines while also dealing with all of the other distractions. And it helps you to get into the right mindset a lot faster and a lot stronger. So you always want to make sure that you are in fact practicing that opening line. And for someone who has been doing this professionally for the better part of a decade, I still practice my lines because I like to feel them. I like to see what's going to work best, and because when I do it over and over and over again before I go live, it becomes autopilot for me. So I can deal with the start button. I can deal with the countdown timer. If you've been paying attention, you know my live streams always start at a weird interval after it says that I'm live. So I have to count to 10 in my head. If I'm busy counting to 10 in my head, I'm not thinking of those first lines and it can throw me. So when I practice over and over and over, it becomes autopilot for me. So when I'm jumping into my live stream, no matter what happens, no matter what tech issues I face, no matter if I'm counting or if I'm distracted by something in the room or my guest is doing something in my lobby area and it's distracting to me, I do not have to worry because I know exactly what I'm going to say to hook those people in and draw them into the conversation and get them to stay there for longer to then participate with us on the live or on the replay. For more information on how you can grow your live streams to create more profit inside of your business, hit that subscribe and notification bell and let me know what is your biggest live stream struggle down in my comments below. I'm going to be making videos for you, but I can't if I don't know where your struggles are. So let me know what you're nervous about, what's holding you up, or what questions you have so I can create content to make sure you are leveling up what you're doing with your live streaming so that you can create more money inside of your business simply from interacting with your fandom live and in your replays. I'll see you in the next video.